kind of would have liked more from this. Happy New Year! I hope you all had a great transition into the new year. I finished Elantris by Brandon Sanderson earlier today, and I actually listened mostly to the dramatized version, and that was really good. If you're into audiobooks, I would highly recommend trying to listen to a dramatized version of one, because that was quite a lot of fun actually. It's probably one of the Brandon Sanderson books I heard the least about, and I both understand why and don't. As of now, I only read the Mistborn trilogy and Elantris in the Cosmere universe, and between the two I would probably recommend the Mistborn trilogy the most. But that is not to say I didn't enjoy Elantris, because I definitely did. I was fully invested in the story from chapter 2 or something like that, probably because I was pretty intrigued by the characters from the moment we met them. Overall, the characters were really lovable, but I also found that some characteristics were highlighted quite a lot of times, and probably one too many times, which I felt a bit redundant. At the same time, I was also a bit sad to say goodbye to them when the story ended, but you'll never know, maybe I'll meet them later. It was hard in the beginning to try and grasp all the names and the places, but I think that is very common when in epic fantasy, so I always try to be patient in this regard. For me at least, it's also easier to remember when I'm reading the book and not just listening, so I also have mostly myself to blame for this. It's also easier in a physical book, you know, to go back and forth between the pages if you try to remember a certain character or place. We also got the fast-paced resolving ending that Brandon Sanderson is known for, but at the same time the ending wasn't very satisfactory. As far as I understand, an Elantris is a standalone but has a novel you can read afterwards, so I kind of would have liked more from this. But I'm hesitant to judge the book on this fact, because I know that all the books in the Cosmere is somewhat connected, so there's probably some things from this book I will firstly grab in later books. I would almost have wished for the book to be longer, but at the same time the setting in the book didn't give room for it to be much longer than it is. I ended up rating it 3.75 stars, which I think is fitting for an enjoyable book that couldn't give me the emotional attachment I usually need for a highly rated one. I don't know what to do with my dry lips yet, but I have some time to wait with that. Bye!